how do you process the way that the end of the season went? There was so much success there, and I feel like this group finally bought in all together here for the last few weeks.
Yeah, it was fun to see. I think something changed, into playoffs, and we were playing good hockey. And it's unfortunate. We were just talking back there, and playoffs are fun, and it can go either way for you. Bounce here, bounce there, changes the series. And I thought easily, all four of those games could have gone either way for either team. So it was a good series. They're a good hockey team, and it was fun seeing a lot of guys step up and play good hockey there in the playoffs.
What are the conversations like in exit interviews today? Kind of for you, a different role that you took on with such a young group. Is that part of the conversation today?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's exit meetings are funny because it's so fresh still, everything, and you kind of running over things that could have went differently, and it's always easy to do that. So, but no, it's we got a good group of kids in there, and there's gonna be a lot of good hockey players in there. I think the best part is they're all good people too, so it makes it easy coming to the rink every day, and it was a lot of fun this year.
For you to come back from injury the way that you did and be able to get back on the ice, what did that teach you about who you are and being able to battle through that adversity here this season?
Yeah, for sure. I think it says a lot for our trainers and staff, and those guys are incredible, and to even be able to be close to come back, let alone playing, was pretty remarkable on their part. So without those guys, your season's over in a hurry. So obviously, big thanks to all those guys, and they know who they are, and to be able to come back and be able to play a few games at the end of the season was great.
If you had to summarize the season in a sentence, what would it be?
Oh, that's a tough one. In a sentence. I won't give you a sentence, but I think there was just a lot of ups and downs. I think it was we played really good hockey at times, and we played very poorly at times. And I think the best part of it was just how we came together when it mattered towards the end, and we were able to get a spot in playoffs and earn our way in, and have that series win against Bridgeport, and then play good hockey against a really good hockey team in Wilkes-Barre. So it was all in all, I think it was a pretty good year when you look at it and look at the series and how it could have went either way. We could still be playing right now. So it was a fun year, and obviously a great group.
What's the lesson about consistency for some of the young guys, right? Because it was a talking point all season. How do they find more of that so early in their careers?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's one of those things where sometimes you have to fail to know what you need to do the next season and the years to come, and how to become a better hockey player and prepare better, and just do all the little things I think that comes with pro hockey for guys to be successful. So I think a lot of guys are going to learn a lot from that, feel the sting of the loss, and bring it into their summers, and then bring it into training camp next year, and wherever everybody ends up, kind of bring that fire and hopefully have a good start and a consistent season wherever they are.
It seemed pretty emotional last night as you gathered up there saying goodbye to the fans. You've had kind of a night now to sleep on it. What's your reflections, now this morning, having processed a little bit?
Yeah, I just think the greatest thing about playing in this city is the expectations. I think it's there's always an expectation to win, and that's why we have the best fans. It was a pleasure playing in front of them, and we're really lucky to be able to wear that jersey and play for a city like this who wants to win and expects to win. It's fun doing that, and obviously had a lot of great memories in this building and playing in front of these unbelievable fans.
Not knowing what the summer's going to bring or what decisions will or will not be made, what has it meant to you? What does it mean to you to be the captain of the Hershey Bears?
Yeah, that was one of the highlights of my career for sure. It's wearing the C for the first time. It's just a huge honor. I know it's said a lot, but it's true. I mean, just the guys who have worn it before you, it's a pretty incredible list, and to be a part of that is something I'll never forget. Be able to show my kids one day. So it's a huge honor, and it was a lot of fun. I hope I was a good teammate and a good friend to these guys and led them in the right direction.
You've got got to play in the NHL. You played here for a long time. Obviously, you got to face Bridgeport, a team that you played with. And then on the other side, Aaron Ness from your hometown. So sort of like a, here and there and going. What's your thoughts on that as you see him move on? I know we talked a little bit about that before, but just seemed like you guys had a good connection there with being from the same hometown.
Yeah, there's about 5 or 6 full circle moments there, but yeah, it's he's an unbelievable kid, great hockey player, comes from a great family, and obviously coming from a small town, kind of growing up, watching him play and grow up into a pro hockey player now has been pretty cool, and he's got a bright future in front of him. He's gonna have a great career. He's ultimately, I think the biggest thing is just an unbelievable kid. So it was fun to play against him a couple times and to see him playing, and I hope him the most success.
When you look at yourself, back, an opportunity, come back here after some years away. Like, what for you mentioned the fans, but what makes this organization so special to you that every time there's been an opportunity, you want to come back? You said yesterday, if you decide to come back, this is where you want to be. What makes this town so special to you?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just the people here, the community. There's nothing like it. It's the team they have here and the group of people they put together, and it's management, staff, coaches. Like I said before, the expectation to win is always there, and I think that's pretty special because that's why we're all playing the game. Everybody wants to win. Those are another 2 big highlights of my career is winning the Calder Cup here. So, and to bring it home and bring it back to this community and what the fans deserve. So, yeah, just to be able to play in front of 10,000 every night. I don't think you're going to find very many venues that can do that in this league. So, it's been an unbelievable pleasure, and like I said before, I had just a ton of fun, and it was great to play in front of these people night in, night out.
That's what I have is just when you came here in 2016, I saw a picture you looked pretty similar, but a little younger maybe in your first game with the Bear, but here you are now, out of 3, you get to experience bringing the kids to the game with your wife. I can put it in words, just kind of how a lot of growing up here happened for you, not only as a hockey player, but as a person, for whatever life might hold you next. This was a big piece of it.
Yeah, absolutely. This town will always be something special to us. I mean, like you said, raising the kids here and having them come into the rink and the locker room and stuff, there's something about that's just special, and you don't get very many other places. So, yeah, just to be a part of this community, a part of this group, and be able to wear that jersey and have my family along for the ride, it's been great.
What is the decision-making process look like over the next couple of months?
Yeah, it's just like right now it's still fresh. I think it's just having conversations with my wife and my family and just seeing what's best for us. It's obviously a pretty big decision. I was talking to some of the guys. It's you've been doing something your whole life, and then everything comes to an end, right? So it's if it is over, like I had a lot of fun and that's what it's all about. We're lucky enough to be able to play a game every day. So I've been blessed to play with a lot of great people and great fans and great community, and it's been very special, if that is it.
Do you feel like you still got something in the tank?
I'll always feel like I got something in the tank, whether I retire or not. I'll always feel like I have a little bit left. No, I don't know. It is getting harder. You get older, the body starts doing things that you don't want it to do. But yeah, I mean, I'm just very thankful to be able to do it as long as I have, and for my wife and her putting up with me and raising our kids when we're on the road, and my family back at home watching every game. And it's been a lot of sacrifices from a lot of different people to be able to do this as long as I have, and yeah, it's been great.
If it is it, do you have aspirations at all to do something else in the game, coach, front office, anything like that you would want to do post-playing career?
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to stay in hockey. Obviously, I love this sport, love this game. So, yeah, if I could stay in the game anyway, I definitely would. It's something I loved and I've done my whole life. So, yeah, it'd be incredible to be able to get an opportunity to do something else if that's what ends up happening, and we'll see what happens. It's like a lot of times stuff like this can't force or try to move quickly. So it's just, we'll see what happens, see what comes, and just kind of enjoy the next few days with the guys and kind of wind down here and go from there.